Welcome everybody to Red's Ramblings. I have with me today Paul Evans from the RawLife Podcast, currently over in London right now.
Yeah.
Paul, go ahead, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
So my name's Paul. I'm originally from a place called Tipton. Not many people have heard of it. It's near Birmingham. I think that's where my accent's quite strong, especially in the UK. People always are like, "You're by Birmingham, aren't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sort of."
Yeah.
I'm a junior 3D artist for the video games industry, which I've spent like 10 years getting in. I finally got in like last year, so I've been there like a year now. And I
congratulations though.
Cheers, man. I love it. It's like the best job, or even job. No, it's the best career I've ever had.
Right. Yeah. Once it's fun, it's no longer a job.
Yeah.
You know, once you're doing something fun, it's totally different.
Yeah. It's
That's
not
awesome.
it's not like like when I was doing cleaning before or any other jobs, which, it gave me money, but I didn't feel like passionate about it.
Right.
And it's just like, I gotta clean again. But this is like, I get to make games today.
Right? Oh man, hell yeah, dude. I'm not even gifted like that, like technologically gifted, but if I was, I mean, again, you make I like video games, so
video games are amazing,
right? Like that's a dream job for a lot. Like I know if I ask my son right now, hey buddy, you want to make video games when you grow up? Hell yeah. He'll be all for it. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Cheers, man. It's one of the things where because it was mainly like my 20s. Well, I always wanted to do one when I was a kid. One. Like, I always wanted to be a game artist when I was a kid, because the first game I played was Road Rash on PS1.
Okay. I know the name. I've never played it.
And it's basically, you're on this like motorbike, and I was playing it, and then I noticed a chain, and you can hit the person to the next of you on the bike.
Yeah.
And it just falls off, and I was like, that is the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Right?
I was like, Mom, Dad, I want to make games. And I was like, okay, cool, no problem. Yeah. And then it was, I had these ideas and stuff, and it was mainly my 20s, which I spent like proper going for it.
Yeah.
And I'm 28 now, so it cost me most of my 20s. Like I still went out to stuff, but it was more just focused. But I managed to get in. I told my dad, I was like, Dad, he said, yeah. He was like, I'm moving to London. He's like, you way. I was like, I bloody am. I was so happy. And then COVID hit.
Right? Oh God. Oh man. You finally get everything you've been working for there.
It's like a few months in, I was like, oh, wicked, I'll save some money because London prices. I was like, oh, wicked, I'll explore a little bit. And when I wanted to explore, I was like, hey, COVID's coming. It's unlucky, but I still feel very grateful. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. You're still around. You're still kicking. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. So I'm more than happy with that. I mean, there's always going to be another time to explore London or any other place. It's just the timing is so uncoincidental. It's ridiculous.
I've come across a fair amount of people with stuff like that. Like the episode I did with a lady over in Japan. Yeah. She took a job in Japan. She's from here in the States, took a job in Japan, and then it hit. So can't travel really, or couldn't at first when she went down there or went over there. And like me and my family, like me and my wife, we were supposed to get married in April. Now we ended up getting married, but we had to tone it down. Like we were supposed to go out. We had a big plan, going out to, have friends, family over, and the whole shebang and all that kind of stuff. Had cabins rented out and a big old house and all. COVID, boom, shut that shit down quick,
Right.
we made it work, but it wasn't the way we had planned it,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's numerous stories like that of people set out for something and then had to switch it up somehow or another. But I mean, you're still doing what you want to do.
Exactly. And I still really fucking love it. Like I was reading an article about a guy on LinkedIn who had trained years and years to be an airline pilot. Okay. And then when COVID hit, obviously, I think a few airlines shut down. Now, don't quote me on this, but I'm not too sure which ones.
Yes,
and he just lost his job. Has it? And it's like, damn, I'm spending all that fucking time doing this, and then, I'm not too sure how like airline pilots like work, like switching from one plane to the other.
Right,
but
right.
It's gutting.
No, yeah, that's definitely one of the worst things to come about this is you got people like that either work towards something and that get cut out from under them, or that already had some like mom and pop shops, like small mom and pop shops. It's not their fault. And that's what sucks. And that's all over. That's not any country. That's all over the entire world. You got small little restaurants, little stores, and they were going fine, and then something that they had zero control over shut them down, and some of them probably won't get back. And it
sucks.
That's some heartbreaking shit. Like,
I think that's why I'm pretty grateful, because I managed to get this job in time, and I can still like do all my work from home, and the company is very fucking great about it. Like the company I work for are fucking amazing. And that they've really like looked after me and shit like that.
Right.
So it's just nice that I still have my job, and I'm still like valued, and it's just I don't know what to tell you, mate. It's really like my life's been sort of shitty, so this is really like fucking. It was really good when I got the job.
Yeah.
It's like, it's worth it. I haven't wasted like 10 years of my life. That's great.
Yes. Oh man, I mean. That is very. That's true. That is true. Are you currently working on a game right now? I would think, right?
Yes.
That you can talk about. Can you tell me anything?
I can't tell you, Jude. I can't lose this job.
Right. I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. Yeah, I was watching.
I knew this question would come up.
I had to, right?
I know.
Can you say what company you're working for?
Oh, yeah, I work for a company called Warp Digital.
Warp Digital. Okay, I haven't heard of that one, but there are numerous. Like, is that like an indie company?
No, there's about maybe 25 of us, I believe, something like that. And a lot of it is like like porting and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but it's fucking great. I love it.
Is there a game that they've made that I might know?
They've ported a game, so like people have come to them and say, for example, they bring a game. They're like, "Hey, can we get this on Switch, or can we get this on Xbox or something?" So they've done a little bit of work on Conan Exiles.
Okay, I know that one.
Blasphemous. They done work with that.
Okay, I don't know that one.
They ported Return of the Obra Dinn.
I don't know that one either.
There was I think they ported Hue as well,
that sounds familiar. Yeah, that does sound familiar.
Yeah, I met the guy like who mainly like done the good stuff for it. Like, not the good stuff, but like mainly had the idea and shit. And he's a really cool guy.
That's cool. I'm looking at it right now. Bringing games to console. Great games. Yeah.
Okay. It's pretty nice, man. I like it.
Yeah. So, if you don't mind me asking, since you've had this dream for going on for about a decade now, right?
Yeah.
Have you? Because there are a lot of like small indie people, like indie game developers that have made like games for like mobile games or whatnot. Yeah. Off of just themselves. Have you ever done something like that? Like made a small little game, that little passion project yourself?
I've made passion projects. Like I've got a link to my portfolio, which I could link in. You could have a look at some of the stuff.
Yes, 100%.
Let me grab that link for you. Sorry, it hasn't been updated in a while.
That's fine.
Because work, but
right.
Let me send you this stuff. I'll send it you through Discord. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's cool.
Right, there you go. So that's some of the work. I haven't actually made like a proper game. Like I've tried doing little projects in the past, but I've realized how much effort and time and learning has to go into learning each and every single element.
Yeah.
So I thought instead of making a game, maybe just focus on just what I love, which is mainly like the art.
Okay, all right. That makes sense. I mean, you got to have people to do a little bit of everything.
Exactly.
And so you created these.
Yeah. So these are mine. These are my work.
Is it okay if I put these up on the screen?
Yeah, because these are already on ArtStation, so this is all good for the public.
All right, just wanted to be
But
sure.
thank you for
before
asking.
I...
That's very courteous.
So you created this
Yep.
little bitty tower house.
Yeah, the stylized house.
Okay. See, I prefer this type of design. I'm not a fan of that super realism stuff anymore.
I'm really glad that you said super realism now, because it shows I got something right.
Yeah, because I mean, like you're just a little bit younger than me. I'm 30, you're 28. So me and you, we grew up before you could be hyper realistic, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So we had that cartoony cell shading graphics, and so I still love them.
Yeah, I love it. It's so pretty.
Yeah, like when a brand new game comes out, like I love Borderlands 3. That artistic style is that's amazing.
It's so nice, isn't it? Have you seen Borderlands 1? It looked it didn't look nowhere near as pretty until they added cell shading.
Okay.
And you can have a look at Borderlands without cell shading. It looks completely different. It's mad.
Really?
Yeah,
I haven't noticed that. I'm gonna have to look
crazy.
At that. Okay.
This is just like works like textures for what you see in the background or props, and
I like that. The little Viking axe.
Yeah.
Like I'm big into playing Valhalla right now.
Oh yes, I'm getting it for Christmas, but I haven't got a PS5 yet. So
well, see, I don't either. Like I have a 4, and it's why I sent that one link in your Discord channel.
Yeah, that's annoying. That is.
That's for anyone who doesn't know. Those of us who are probably listening, none of us probably have a PS5 right now, and there is a reselling bots that anytime Walmart, Best Buy, GameStop, anyone opens them up, this bot thing just goes through and like buys up thousands of them and tries. That's when you get like, if you look on eBay, there's a PS5 like $1,200. I actually know a friend who did that.
What? He bought one?
Well, he did it legit, right? He did the pre-order, and he got 2 of them.
Yeah.
And I mean, part of me hates those people, right? That sells something for such an extraordinary amount like that, like $1,200. But at the same time, if you're dumb enough to buy it, that's on you at that point.
Yeah. Like I really like, obviously, I love consoles and games, but I wouldn't buy a PS5 if someone send it for $1,000 or whatever. I'd literally just, hey, it's going to be restocked in a few months. I've got other games I can play. I really don't mind waiting.
Exactly. It sucks, but I'm the same way. I'm not going to buy one for like $900+ or
I'm not about that life.
Hell no. I ain't got that kind of money. Yeah, exactly. And I do have the controller though.
Oh, it feels nice, doesn't it? The controller.
Oh, it's so good.
It feels nice.
Oh, man.
It's weird that the buttons seem a little bit more spacious, like the X square, triangle, and circle, compared to the PS4 controller.
Yeah, I've noticed. Nice. I just haven't been able to play it on anything, but when I hold it, to just hold it, it feels great. But then, like when you start like mimic what it would be like to play, it is different. It's different.
Weird, isn't it?
Yeah, like I noticed that actually today. I picked it up, I cried a little bit.
My baby.
And I started, I was like, where's your mommy? I need your mommy. And I started like playing with the buttons, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's different feel, when I try like mimic where the buttons are going to be. So I'm curious to see how that's going to end up being.
Yeah, I had a quick go, like 5-10 minutes at Astrobot, which was on there. Yeah, just having a look at like the haptic feedback,
right?
And that feels pretty nice. That feels pretty like you just play that one, man. Like I won't spoil anything.
Oh yeah. When you go out with stuff, it's really good. I've heard it's really really good.
That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, like I played Astrobot for the VR, for the PSVR.
Oh yes, I love that.
Have you done that?
Yeah, it was great.
Like great. I had a PSVR. People watching this probably like, yo, this isn't culture. I don't care. This is my show. I do what I want. We're gonna have a video game episode, I guess. Who cares?
We can also talk about culture, whatever you want, man.
We'll get there, people. Calm down. But I got the VR earlier this year or late last year.
Yeah.
And man,
it's cool, isn't it?
Oh yeah, like there's a video I have of my wife. She has it on, and she's like, And like it gives you a bit of a headache at first because it fucks with your head, right? Because like you're standing on your floor, whatever, but you don't. Like I was playing No Man's Sky.
Oh,
and so like I'm in space and shit, and there's technically nothing like in the game. There's nothing below me, but I feel my feet on the ground, and I was like, oh, it gave me a headache for a while till I, got my shit together, basically.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it, getting used to it at first? Because my brother bought me the PSVR one for Christmas, and I was like, this is fucking great. And then I bought the Oculus Rift S, and the Oculus Rift S, just everything feels better about it compared to the PSVR.
Really? I'm sure.
But like PSVR, like it's so fucking cool. I'm curious if they're going to support it for the PS5 though, because I haven't saw much information on it.
So what I looked at, if you have the VR right now, it will work on the 5.
Yeah.
But one of the heads over there at Sony did put out a thing that they are working for something new, like a VR 2. Nothing like official, but he said they are working on it, making improvement since it is a newer console.
Yeah.
To make it work better. Because I don't have the VR anymore. I got rid of it because it's wired. You know?
There's so many cables, isn't there?
Right. It's so aggravating.
Yeah.
So I feel with, Oculus and even the Vive, they're all wireless right now.
Yeah.
So I figured definitely the 5's got to come out with a wireless version,
Yes.
So I'll probably get it again when that comes out with a wireless version. And
the Oculus 2 is supposed to be good. It's supposed to be very good. But the only thing I don't like is that you have to create a Facebook account.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not too keen on that. Like, it's a bit strange.
That is
like
weird.
Running your game through a Facebook account. To me anyway, it just seems a bit odd. Yeah, it's strange, isn't it?
Yeah, my thing with the reason I haven't gotten that is, man, because there's not a lot of games for any VR thing right now, right?
The only one that's a lot of games for is stuff like Steam based, because you've got indie developers putting theirs on there. Right. Then you've got like, Half-Life and so there's quite a lot of games for VR in like computers, but not for consoles that much, really.
Right. Yeah. I know when we had ours, played Skyrim on VR, which was really cool. That was nice.
Was that good?
It was cool. Yeah. It was really cool. We attempted Resident Evil 7, but quickly stopped that.
Did that hurt your eyes?
It didn't hurt my eyes, but it freaked me out, man. It was weird. It was because again, you're in it, man. You're in it.
I could see all the pixels down, like the grittiness, and it put me off a little bit.
It definitely did, yeah. Like when because that's all you see, so it is a little bit distorted. That's another reason I think I got rid of it too, because I'd rather play those games just on the TV where it looks clear and crisper.
I mean, it had cool features. Like, I like that you've got to move like the VR headsets, like peek around corners.
Yeah, you're like
that was cool, but it's just it's too grainy and too pixel. It's just it just fucks with your eyes too much.
The Blood and Truth game for the VR was really good though. That was specifically made for it. That was absolutely great. I love that.
I was so gutted because like my mom and dad got me for Christmas. I was like, oh fuck, I can't let's play it. And it turns out I need the motion controllers and I don't have them. I was so gutted. So it's still literally sitting on my shelf, just not being played because
dude, it is so good.
I can't find the fucking controllers anywhere.
Really?
Yeah, they're so hard to get over here. Like, you can buy one second hand, but it's going to cost you what, 130, 140. It's like, I'm not paying that for one.
Right? No.
Not a chance.
No, that makes sense. I don't blame you there.
Yeah. Or maybe it's me being a bit of a tight ass, but carry on.
Who knows? I mean, I don't think they're not over $100 on this side for in the States. I don't believe so. I could be wrong, but I do not believe so.
Yeah.
But all right, everybody, we're done with video games for now. Sorry. So you're in London right now, originally from Tipton.
Yes.
Right. So tell me a little bit about Tipton. I looked into a little bit of it, and it's a rural, little bitty thing. So not a lot of information, right?
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about it.
So me personally, like, I don't like the place. I really don't.
Why is that?
I've always experienced a lot of trouble from there.
Okay.
Like from a lot of different people. Like I was like, bullied when I was younger, like nearly everybody is in school. But then it'll go too far. So like kids would follow me home. And this would go on from like primary school to, past high school when I'm in college and stuff like that, maybe uni. Yeah, in uni as well. Where, kids would just brick the windows.
Where you were living?
Yeah, they smashed the windows. Literally, we've done nothing to these people. It was just their sort of fun. They'd smash the windows. There's coppers that turned up. One of them tried to hit me with his bike, and I took the bike off him, and I just dragged it and put it in my house. I was like, I'm keeping this fucking bike now. Right. Yeah. And the coppers come round, and like the police was like really, really nice to me. And it was like, you got to give that bike back. I was like, I don't want to give it back to these dickheads.
Right? Like they tried to fucking hit me with it. Hell yeah.
He told me to chill, and I tried to chill and shit like that because my mom and dad was sitting by the window, and then that's when the glass come in. It just I just snapped.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
But it's happened before, like where, these kids have thrown stuff at the window. We'd go around to the corner. I'd go around to get them. And there'd be about maybe 17 or 18 of them. Like, I'm fucked. I'm going to get my head kicked in. And at least you don't have a choice then. And it's fucking terrifying.
What?
Yeah. Like, I don't know why. Like, they used to cheat my dad quite a lot. And I still, to this day, literally, I don't know who it actually was. Because, masks, hoodies, stuff like that. I've been jumped a few times there. I've had stuff stolen off me.
Is the crime pretty bad up there?
Well, this is the thing. Like, it's either I am very fucking unlucky, or there is dodgy crime there, obviously.
Right.
But it's one of these places where it's just like I want to get as far away as possible from this place.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to say it's all bad because I've had some good experiences with my friends there, with some of the people. Some of the people are nice, and you get that everywhere. Some people are good, some people are bad. But the problem with me, it was a lot more bad than it was good. Yeah. And like, I'd go out in the street and like people would like chuck a few like little bricks at me or stuff like that. Like, I remember the first time I actually got punched on the nose. And it like dented my nose. And this was when I was in primary school. So maybe 6, 7, something like that.
What the?
Yeah. So you can also find some stuff on this. So if you type in Tipton West Midlands reviews, you can see what people have written about it. So let me see if I can find the page.
Well, all I did was type in Tipton, England crime, and they
you got a few things.
Yeah, like auto, Google autofill already like, hey, we've had a few other people.
Yeah, it's mad. Like, the thing is, a lot of people always seem to get jumped as well.
Yeah,
and that's why, like, I have this. I know it's not weird, but I have this paranormal when I'm walking. Like, I'll check behind me a lot of times because I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first time I got like fucking punched on the nose was some kids was cheeking my dad. I ran after him. Me and my brother ran after him. He throws a house brick and it misses me, and I look at it on the floor like, what the fuck's just gone on? Next thing I know, bosh, straight on the nose. I fall down like a sack of shit, just holding my nose. My nose is pouring out of blood. My brother chases him, fucking sorts him out and stuff like that. And I was like, damn. That's fucking rough. And this is like in primary school. It was fucking weird, man.
Wow. Okay. I'm about to share this and get your thoughts on this.
Yeah.
So this is ilivehere.uk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Like, I'm not going to say it's the worst place in the world because, we've got food, we've got water, we're able to live there. But for me, it's just the people, a lot of the people there are just too fucking horrible, and I just don't want to be surrounded by that. Like, I've grew up with it all my life. I just literally just want to make games, have a laugh, and not start any more trouble.
I mean, dang, this thing's pretty. Yeah, goes by roads and streets and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm curious to see what my thing has. But look at this, like neighboring areas
Yeah.
It's
Tipton.
number 2.
There we go.
What's Tipton Green? What's the difference? Tipton and Tipton Green.
I actually don't know about Tipton Green unless it's just like up the road. It's got to be because Burnt Tree Island's up there, so maybe a mile or 2 away.
Okay. Burnt Tree Island?
But yeah, I call it Burnt Tree Island.
Why's that?
I don't know. It's just always now. It's instead of like Burnt Tree, it's Burnt Tree Island. So
I'm guessing it's not an island, right?
Definitely not.
Well, the reason I asked because I grew up in like neighboring area for me right now called Beach Island. Yeah. And it's not an island either. The beach is not actually like Ocean Beach. It's BEECH for a specific type of tree, a beach tree that used to grow around this area. But like I remember in middle school, one of our classes had us do like a report of where we were from and whatnot. And I did Beach Island. I was like, it's not a beach nor an island, you know. It's like the going thing.
Yeah. I actually got graded badly before when we was doing you gotta make like an environment in when I was at University of Wolverhampton. And I made mine based on, realism, which was, Tipton and my experience there. And I made it all grungy. And I put all the facts in saying, this is what people think of the place. This is what I'm putting into the game. And it was like, it's too much. You're going to get marked badly. I was like, what the fuck? Okay. Okay. You told me to make this and I've made it. And now, okay.
Oh, yeah. It's like, you're asking me to do what I want to do, but then you're going to judge me for what I want to do, which is what you asked me to do. It's
but like, it's one of the things. But to get back to it, like, I just don't like the place. I've had too many bad times there. Right. And like, I'll go back to obviously visit my friends and family.
Oh, yeah.
When I get time after COVID, but it's none of that. It's one of the places like, I never want to live there again. I'm happy saying bye bye to that place.
I would.
I was going to say, so like, I know there's trouble in London because there's trouble everywhere, but I haven't experienced one bit of trouble here, and it's been a year, and it's actually quite. I find that mad and crazy. Like, I was talking to my friend about it before. I was like, I'm a bit worried because things are going good and this has never happened before. So I'm a little bit paranoid.
Like what's around the corner?
Yeah. I was talking to my friends. I was like, something bad's going to happen. I just fucking know it. And nothing bad's happened for like a year. And I was like, that's weird. Like nobody's jumped me. Nobody's threatened me. Nobody's smashed my windows. Nobody's started. So I was like, oh, what is this? So like this at the moment it's like heaven. It's nice.
Well, what I was going to ask is I put out on a Discord that I'm also in. Yeah. I was like, hey, I got a guy from London, originally from outside of London. This was before I remember that you were from Tipton.
Yeah.
You have any questions? What do you want me to ask them? And they wanted to know what's the difference that you say between where you were from and London. Yeah. But it seems like you've definitely answered it there. I don't think it was to the point of what they were imagining, but I would think you would agree too, because I would think when you moved to London, you had a certain idea of what the life was going to be like. That seems to not be what you've experienced so far, right?
No, it's mad. Like I always wanted to obviously get away. And when I got away, I was still convinced something bad's going to happen. Like it just has to, in that negative mindset. And it turns out like maybe something bad will happen in the future, but like things are pretty good at the moment. People are nice here. I've had no trouble with anybody, and it's just like it's weird because if you look at someone around my area and you're just looking, they'd be like, "What the fuck you looking at?" It's just that instant like mentality of I want to start violence,
right?
And it's just like, damn, that's a bad mindset to have.
So you've had a pretty, I guess, really good experience since moving to London that you weren't expecting, it seems like. So what was some of the things that definitely, more than just the niceness and polite people, hospitality, what are some other things that caught you off guard?
Oh, damn, how actual busy it is.
Really?
London
Well, I mean,
is
it's a big
crazy.
city, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but like it's big, but like, oh, there was one mad thing I saw. I saw somebody get pushed off a train, like when the doors is opening, just so they could get on. I was like, damn, people really want to like travel on time in London.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And there was hardly any graffiti where I lived, and I was like,
Yeah.
huh? There's no graffiti. I was like, just look at that. There's a bus stop with no graffiti. I was like, that's mad. Normally, by me, that'd be smashed.
Dude, so there's a lot of that over in Tipton?
Yeah. There's loads of graffiti in Tipton.
Really?
Like, yeah, ridiculous amounts. It's just bad. Like, they'd steal, do you know what manhole covers are?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd steal them to give them to the scrap man, so they'd sell money. Yeah, it's mad.
Oh, shit. Wow.
Yeah, it's mad. But here, like, it's like I said, the people are nice. It's fucking busy as hell.
Yeah.
So many good food places here as well, though. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much different types of food as well. It's not just chip shops, like fish and chip shops, but it's just the food's nice, people are nice, there's so many places to explore. And it seems like I haven't explored too much, but it seems like there's always something to do.
Oh, I would imagine so. I would imagine there's got to be a lot that you can explore, especially right now. But like every day, you could come up with something new to go see. Is there something that's over there in London that you've yet to experience because of everything that you're just waiting? Like, I want to go there. I want to go there. I want to go there. Something like that.
There was one, and it's like a food diner again. I've been there before, but it was so good. Oh no, I'll tell you this one. There's a food diner. It's called Dinerama, and they do all different sorts of food from across the world.
Oh, okay.
It's fucking cool. There is a place I really want to go called, I'm not too sure what it is, but it's called, my friend doesn't have a name, it's called the Cowboy Bar. And what you do, you go in, this is what I've been told, you go in, they put a waistcoat on you and a cowboy hat, and they like serve you like cowboy drinks, and someone can get thrown through stuff, like a proper Western thing. It seems so cool. Because I love like the Western stuff. It's just cool. And there's a video game, there's loads of video game bars as well. There's tons.
I'm about to pull. So this is apparently Dinerama.
Yes, this place.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I saw the pizza and I got excited right there.
Mate, so much good food.
Look at Chin Chin?
I don't know. I want to try it.
What? Chin Chin ice cream? What are you?
It looks mad, doesn't it? Or you can see the menu as well.
I'm looking at what?
Yeah, it looks cool, doesn't it?
German sex Tucka burger. Now that looks amazing.
This is what I mean. Like this
and so this is all in this one thing. One place.
It's straight faced. That's it.
Up in my grill. VFC by Club Mexicana.
Mate, this food. Oh,
I'm
making me hungry, man.
What the white men can't jerk? What?
Oh my god, this place is the best, mate. The best jerk chicken I've ever had from there. It was so good, and it's so good. Like, so I was just ordering. That's another thing. When you get to this place, people are so pleasant. I was just ordering my food. So in Tipton, it's sort of like, what do you want? I want that. Okay, done. When I went to like White Men Can't Jerk, they was so like it just seemed they were so happy to just cook the food. It's like, oh, you want to try this? You want to try this? It's like, yeah, I want to try it all. And I'm like, oh, have some fries. It's like, I want the fries. And it's this exciting experience of just like, wow, like they really fucking care about their food. I can't wait to eat it.
That's that. Oh man, I wish we don't have a spot like that around here.
Well, if you ever come over, to UK,
it's happening one day, dude. I know so many people over there right now. It's happening at some point.
Just set people in different locations,
right? Like I'm gonna meet you guys here. I gotta meet Paul over there.
I'll take you on a tour to Tipton.
I don't know. You can have that, buddy. You can have that. Somebody could throw a brick. I don't want to go to jail. And is this the Cowboy Bar?
I believe so. I haven't really checked the website that much, but my friends told me about it who've already been there.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah,
Bring
this
your own
must be.
liquor.
Yeah. Look how
Experience
cool it
life
is.
as an outlaw by joining the illicit moonshine smuggling gang of the Wild.
Mate, it seems so cool.
Let's see. Moonshines, bring me a bottle of your finest liquor for my barkeeps to mix it up for us, and we will see if you have the goods to join my smuggling gang. You never know who might turn up in the saloon, so if the sheriff's in town, be sure to keep your potential business quiet. He's been tipped off about a moonshine distillery in Coldwater and is always already suspicious of me. He calls me an outlaw, but I am above the law.
The law.
That's
Right.
cool. That's
It's
cool,
so
man.
cool. I really want to go.
What?
I'd like to try an escape room as well. I've never done one of them.
Oh, we have them over here.
Yeah.
They're really cool. They're really cool.
Oh,
I remember we did one for work, and we didn't get out. Like if we had like 5 more minutes, we would have had it. But it is pretty fun. It is pretty fun. Those, and my wife got us, I think it was for my birthday. She surprised me with, in the same room that does the escape room, they have like axe throwing.
Oh, axe throw is so good, but carry on.
Dude, oh man, it was so much fun. So much fun. I absolutely loved it. I think it was so cool. Yeah.
Oh,
Definitely
so
recommend
good.
that if you haven't done that as well.
It's amazing. Like the first time I went axe throwing, I managed to win. I was like, oh, that's cool. I got like a free T-shirt and 50% off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I loved it that much. I actually built my own axe throwing target in my garden.
Oh, yeah. That, like, I know after we got done, I was thinking about it. Like, I was like looking up on Amazon, you know, like targets and whatnot, and getting hatchets and all that kind of stuff. It is a lot of fun. I didn't do it though because I actually cut my leg like really bad a few years ago, chopping down tree. Like I have a nice little V scar on my leg. Yeah, I think I got a good number of stitches in that one. Yeah.
Oh damn!
But I still would love to do it.
I will show you this photo quickly, if it'll let me. 1 second. I'm gonna pay. So this is the target I built.
Okay.
Me and my dad built. This is in Tipton. It was so fucking cool to build something together with my dad.
Oh, for sure.
It was just nice.
Did you guys just take apart that fence behind you?
Oh no! Well, see, that's other times. That is. You see, like sometimes it can be a bit violent. But now what happens is because these fences are very cheaply made, but because it's a council house, which means, you know, the council own house, we just, you know, pay like the rent and whatever.
Yeah.
But they give us very flimsy fences, and when it's windy in the winter, because the slots are too big in the garden, they just push over all the time. Mm-hmm. And it's just like we can't do anything about it. I mean, them fences are fucked. You can't fix them. So you may as well just use them as bonfire wood.
It makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah. So what are some other things that you've experienced that you weren't ready for since you moved to London? Besides obviously COVID and everything.
Everything being busy.
Everything getting shut down.
One of the things I have noticed is even though it's quite a busy place and people are weaving in and out, people don't really seem impolite. Mm-hmm. That shocked me a little bit because I imagine in a busy city, if you're bumping into people get pissed off.
Right.
And that shocked me a little bit.
Oh, that makes sense because when I spoke with the two brothers from Liverpool, John and Matt, they said the opposite. They yes, because they're from Liverpool, and they said when they traveled to London, they noticed like an attitude, like people were grouchy, and you know, they compared it to like New York over here. Like New York's got its own little attitude about it, you know. Like, don't fuck with me, don't fuck, you know, I won't fuck with you type attitude. You know, New
want to go New York.
Yeah, New Yorkers are known for that. I've never been, but that's what you always hear.
I'd really like to go. I really would.
I mean, I wouldn't do it now.
No, not now. I'll wait a bit. I'll wait a bit.
Let things cool down a little bit.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
You know? Hell, I know we allow people in, but I don't think Americans are allowed in a good number of countries right now. I don't know for sure, but hopefully will change here shortly because I have a lot of plans to
Yeah.
get the out of here, and just travel,
Yeah. It'd be nice to travel. Like, I want to visit
dude,
Canada.
yes. Canada? Why?
Yeah, it looks so nice.
It's too
Like,
cold.
I don't mind that.
Too damn cold, man. No sir. No sir.
There's forests that you can walk through where there's just bears. How cool is that?
Are you looking to die?
No, I'm not looking to die, but like I would just want to walk into a forest and just see like an actual bear in its like raw form and just like fucking hell.
I mean that makes sense.
Crazy. And then just try and calmly walk out.
Yeah, calmly and like, please don't eat me. Yeah. I mean that makes sense. Because I would, like, are there bears in London or like in like Europe's got bears though, right?
Well, this is the thing. Like, I've never seen a bear, so I don't think we have. Like, I've been to a zoo,
right,
but we didn't have any like, like I say, like top dog animals, like rhinos or stuff like that. I did see a rhino in a safari park. Now that was pretty cool, but I've never saw a bear in the UK. I've always wanted to see a bear.
All right. Well, I looked it up here, and I think Google's listening because it typed it in before I was done.
Oh, that's freaky.
It says the brown. This is for Britain. Yeah. The brown bear was once widespread across Britain. However, by the end of the last ice age, population dwindled. So they're there apparently, but they're pretty rare nowadays.
Damn.
So.
Well, I'm sure I'll see one day. I just like zoos are okay, because you get to see the animals, but I just want to see it like
sad
naturally.
Looking. Yeah, they're depressing looking.
I noticed this before because as a kid I loved zoos just to see animals.
Oh yeah.
But when I literally was on the way back with my friend before, and he parked up and we just saw some like wild deer. And I never saw this before, and I was there just eating, and they come close to the car, and it was a really cool fucking like moment. Yeah, and I was like, holy shit, that's so nice.
Yeah, and out in the wild is different, man. It's
just like they're natural, they're doing their thing, you're doing your thing. Try not to spook them. And I think that's what I'd like to see, like just a bear. It's this beast of an animal, and it can climb. It's fast. It's fucking crazy. It looks cool.
I know going to zoos as a kid, it's great. It's like, you're looking at lions, tigers, and bears, all that kind of stuff. Then you go as an adult, I don't know how they are over in London, but we have one here, and I took my son, like, I think the first 3 years of his life, like we would go like once a year. And I remember very distinctly the last time we went, like the lions, and they look so just skinny and like, I want you to look like you could, kill anything in a moment's notice. And you could see ribs, and it's very depressing. And I'm sure, it's a small zoo compared to like big cities and whatnot, which probably are a lot better for the animals, but just like you say, when you see it out and about where it's supposed to be, like I would love to do those like African safaris.
Oh, that looks
like
so cool.
When you travel where they live, where it's their like that. Yeah. Be both terrifying and awesome at the same time.
That's the thing. It'd have that thrill to it because like you'd be able to see these animals, but then I'd be thinking in the back of my head, like, damn, if this car breaks down, I'm fucked. That's it.
And if he gets through the cage.
Yeah, it's weirdly exciting.
Right? Yeah. They can see the closest we have here is like there's a fair amount of deer where I stay. Yeah. And like there have been times we would go like walking around the park, and there would be a family of deer off in the distance.
That's so cool.
And it's totally different. Like, they'll see you and you'll see them. And I remember me and my son, we were walking through the woods, and I saw him before he did. Like, hey, buddy, look at that. And he's like, oh, I was like, yeah, shh. We didn't want to spook them or anything. So we're trying to tiptoe and go quietly. And they're just like,
they get spooked so easy.
Oh yeah, but we didn't want them to run, so we're like we backed off and went our own way, went a different way so they could forage and whatnot. But it's different when it's like, oh shit,
it's completely different.
Yeah.
I think it's more scary as well, like especially with the other animals, because you're in their territory, like it's their hunting grounds, and they know what's happening.
Exactly. Yeah.
It'd be cool to see.
Yeah, I don't know, like. The bear thing would be cool. I I'll go to some other state down here for that. I don't like the cold, man. I'm not a fan of
That's fair.
not my thing. No, sir. No, sir at all. So from Tipton, traveled to London. Have you been any other areas? Have you traveled anywhere else?
Not lived, but I've traveled. So I've been to Ireland. I went to Krakow in Poland.
Okay.
Spain and Portugal.
All right. Which one's your favorite trip out of all those?
Probably Portugal.
Okay. Why Portugal?
I never experienced anything like that before because Ireland and Poland, it was very very cheap holidays, and I'd save a bit of money, stay in like cheap places, and having you got watching money for your food and stuff like that.
Right.
But my friend took me on this Portugal one and just paid for everything. I was like, damn. And it was all inclusive, and I never went to Portugal before. And the hotel was absolutely gorgeous. It was all included as well, so you just have the food. It's just I'll have a drink. I'll get myself a nice can of Fanta or something. It was a beautiful view. The buildings was lovely. It was lovely hot weather. It was they had a jacuzzi. My first time in a jacuzzi, and my friend, me and my friend, we just go jacuzzi. It's like jacuzzi. But it's so beautiful to fucking see. And the food there, the food's so good there. We had this thing called the Al Capone. And
what's that?
It was like pasta with meat in and then like layers of cheese, sort of like a pasta bake. But oh my God, the flavors that come from this, it was so good. It was like, it's just completely different. And we went to a water park and I was really like fucking scared. And my mate, egged me on, and we went on some slides, and the slides were so much fun, so much bloody fun. and I went to this water park, and it was the first time I've never seen this before. They had like a bird there and a snake, a massive snake. I was like, "Do you want to hold it?" I was like, "Yeah. I want to hold the snake." Yeah. Oh yeah. So I never holded one before. I expected to be slimy, but they're quite dry.
No, they're. It's a weird feeling. Like everyone goes in thinking slimy or wet at all. And it's not, it's slick. It's very slick, very cold. Yeah. It is a weird feeling. Because, I remember they brought a yellow boa constrictor to my elementary school when I was.
Really?
When I was years old. And remember holding it and all that kind of thing. And like when you hold it and it moves, you can like feel all the muscles ripple because that's all it is. It's just a huge, big muscle, for it to move around. And like the scales, it's very cold and slick. It is a weird texture. It is a very weird feeling.
It was so cool to hold it. I thought it was going to attack me because I put it on me and the lady was holding this end and I had this end. And his head sort of like slowly sort of turned towards me. And I was like, oh, this is scary, but it's so cool. And then the woman just come and grabbed him. I was like, maybe you saved me.
He was about to get you. I was about to get you.
I was like, oh, Dad, that's so fucking cool.
I don't blame you there. I don't blame you there, man. Oh, yeah. I want a snake so bad my wife won't let me get one. I hope she hears this. What a snake.
Convince her. I'm
sure I could, but we got fish and cats and my son. We got enough animals.
I was wondering we got
enough animals in the house. I don't need a snake right now. One day, I'm gonna have a snake. One day. You hear that, woman? I love you.
You're going to get kicked in the ass later.
I am, yes. Yes, I am. So, in terms of London, what's some things that you don't like about it that you've come across? Or are there anything? Is there anything?
The only thing that annoyed me was when COVID hit big over here and a lot of places started closing down.
Right.
A lot of people aren't wearing like the masks and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I understand if you don't wear the mask, but when you're out, I think you should be a bit considerate to other people.
Yeah, I mean that's my point as well.
Like, no one's going to force you to wear a mask in your own home or anything, but
exactly.
Just be a little bit considerate because if you do give it to someone and they died, then that's it's a fucking shitty thing to do.
Yeah.
And it's only like maybe an hour or two out of your day when you're just going out and getting like your food and drinks and stuff like that. So, but that's the only thing I think maybe there's not as considerate. That's the only issue I've had at the moment. And sometimes the trains can be pretty late. That's it.
So, because over here, at least where I stay, like everyone, like public transportation is not really a thing over here. Is it
really?
Well, I don't live in a big city at all. Small little town, it is a city, but it's a small little city. Public transit, like we don't have taxis. No, I'm sure we do. I know towards the military base, Fort Gordon, there are yellow taxis, but it's not really a thing.
How would you get around then? Say if you just can't drive, because for me, like I can't drive because I'm epileptic, so I have to get like public transport and stuff.
Well, we do have Uber, Uber and Lyft are around here.
What's Lyft?
It's like Uber? It's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
just different company. So we have those, and I've used those before. But again, like we do have taxi services, but they're not like when you watch, things of like London, like TV shows, movies, and New York, where they're there. Like every time you look at a street, scene,
they're everywhere.
We don't have it like that. Yeah, we don't have it nothing like that. But if you do need it, you can call. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like the idea of like maybe just living outside of a city, and then so I could just go into the city and get everything, or just try new things, and then like have this nice little like quiet town where it's just nice and chill. People are friendly.
That's why I like it, because I don't like a lot of people and I don't like a lot of noise.
Fair enough.
So that's probably one of the good things the country, because I live in the South in a good little country part. It's definitely a great thing. Like I have a few neighbors and occasionally they're aggravating, but it's not that often. But it's nice to know, even though I can't do it now, where I grew up, my childhood home, it's nice to live in an area where you can go outside and take a piss and nobody's going to know. That's
it's
life
quiet.
Right there. Oh, buddy. That is the life right there. I told my wife, I was like, if we can, I would love to have that again. I think we might have to settle for another neighborhood possibly whenever we upgrade.
Just take a piss outside.
Oh, dude, it's like, not that I I got to go take a piss and I would run outside just but just to know that you can. And nobody in the world's going to see you,
that privacy.
Oh, dude, it's so great, man. It's so great. You can run around naked. That level of privacy is, you can't buy that. You can't buy. You can literally, you can't buy it. But you know what I'm saying? It is a wonderful peace of mind to have. Yeah. It is great. And something you can't get in the city, man.
City, everyone sees everything.
Yeah, right.
No one not.
Too damn loud for all that, man. I can't do it.
I like my privacy as well.
Exactly. So what are some, even though technically you're in lockdown right now, what are some of the things you like to do outside of video games, like hobbies?
Oh, okay. I used to do Viking reenactment.
Really?
Yeah. That was really, really good. But
and you haven't played Valhalla?
I'm getting it for Christmas. I promise. I haven't got a PS5 yet. I gotta wait.
You got a 4? It's on 4.
But I want it on 5.
I know. I understand your pain, bro.
And the thing is,
pain, man.
If you buy it on PS4, you can get a free upgrade for PS5. Yep. It's just like, nah, I want it on PS5.
I understand, because like when I have a regular 4, I don't have a Pro.
Yeah. So
when you play it, you can tell it's not meant for that. Yeah. It's meant for something more powerful. It's still good. I played 2 hours tops, I would say. It is great. I love it. But you can tell it's meant for more powerful. Yeah. Yeah.
The combat spells were really good on there as well.
It's so good.
But I like to watch TV shows. Sometimes we have like movie nights with my friends over like Skype. That's really, really fun because like we that wheel I used on mine where it selects the questions for the podcast. we put 4 films in there and we all choose one, then we let the wheel decide. So it could be really good or it could be really bad. Yeah, it's a way of keeping it fair, but I love doing stuff like that. Or sometimes like I just love watching my friend play Fallout. Or when my other friend she draws a lot and she does really fucking crazy art.
Yeah,
it's like damn, I just like watching it because it's just fucking cool.
No, I like
it's relaxing.
Like this is I got this sent to me from a guy I interviewed from over in India. He's an artist, an amazing artist in my opinion.
That's so cool.
He sent me that. I have an original sketch of his in our bedroom, and just the work that he does. Aditya Singh. Whoa.
Is it cool?
It is mind-blowing. Yeah, and I have a friend of mine from one of my recent interviews from Sergio from Bahrain. He's a 3D digital artist.
Oh, nice.
He's working on something for me. Now that you mess with that a little bit, I might get something from you if you're up for it. Because I have been thinking about upgrading like my logo. Like I know you got a friend of yours did your logo for your podcast, right?
Yeah, he's a really cool fucking guy. I met him in uni, and holy shit, he's like shit hot with stuff. He's so good.
Yeah, like I want to upgrade mine because I love it. I got mine off of Fiverr.
Yeah.
And I like it, but you could tell it's that it's like that app that like cartoonifies a regular picture.
I've seen the app on phones when I was looking for like general ideas, and it's like the gaming one that gives you that generic one. But I think if you have something that tells you want to have one that sells, once you look at it, you know what it's going to be like.
Exactly.
That's the thing that you need.
Yeah. So I haven't gotten around to it yet, but I have some ideas going to upgrade it at some point. But now at this point, we're about an hour in.
Cool.
I want to talk a little bit about your podcast because I like what you do. I've been on your show. Yeah. Our episode is not out yet, right?
Not yet, no. I have to check the exact date though because I recorded 29 today, and I think 19 went out Friday. Because I had
I thought you meant like episodes. You record 29 episodes today. I was like,
oh no. I'm not that mad. But I got 29 done. They just need to be edited.
Right.
So that's gonna take a bit.
Oh yeah. I'm working on editing my next one. I don't even another India one. I love the India episodes. My Norway one just came out today.
Nice.
But yours is RawLife Podcast.
Yeah.
And all you do is talk to anyone and everyone. It doesn't need to be rich, poor. You don't really care. And just you ask some questions, some personal, some not, some just what's your favorite, whatever.
Yeah.
And I've listened to a few of them. And it's entertaining. Like it is so simple. And it is so entertaining. What got you started?
So it's actually weird because my dad spoke to me before, and it was I was busy one week, and my dad was like, "Oh, I miss talking to you." It's like I miss just talking to random people as well. I was like,
right.
I was like, oh, Dad, I'm sorry. So I make more of an effort. It was my fault. I talked to my dad more, and I was like, that's pretty interesting. Yeah. And then I was watching stuff on YouTube, and I remember the Piers Morgan, like, I don't know why, but the Piers Morgan, I just saw an image of him popped in my head, the Piers Morgan show. And what he did, he asked celebrities personal questions. I was like, that's an interesting concept. I don't know celebrities, and some of the questions he asks, I personally don't think they're written by him. I think they're written by a cast.
Right.
And I wanted to get questions where it's like, I want to know about this individual. It doesn't matter what they've done,
right?
Or how much money they've got, how poor they are, and whatever. I just want to know about their life, what they've experienced, good and bad things, and obviously a few other questions. And see what their experiences in life in general. Like, what's the funniest moments? Like, I always remember my first episode with Sawmill. He's a really fucking cool guy. And he'll probably kill me for this, but his embarrassing story was that he started his own fight club.
Hell yeah!
Film. I was like, and I was like, did it work out? It's like, no, it was sort of like cringy. And I was like, oh, I can feel the awkwardness, but it's one of them things where people are still talking to everybody, and obviously in this lockdown, some people need to talk to people,
right? Yes,
to get out more, and it's another reason why I've started. It's just like, you know what, maybe it's a cool thing, and I'll just start talking to people. And I have this rule which I really like to keep, where my friends know about my podcast, and it's one of them like, I don't want to say, hey, because you're my friend, do you want to come on my podcast?
Right.
I don't want to seem to force them. So I normally ask strangers, and if my friends ask me like, "Hey, can I be on?" then I'll let them on. Yeah. It's not a problem. I just don't want to feel like, "Oh, you're my friend, you have to be on." That sort of like pressure.
Yeah.
But it's interesting there because like I'm getting these episodes out, and I'm hearing a lot of different things like all the time, like from people's perspectives or people's stories, and it's interesting to realize what it sort of makes it more interesting to find out what position you're actually in as a person when you hear the worst of things and the best thing that happens to people.
Yeah.
Like when I was talking to a guy called Craig Blackmore.
Yes. I remember that one. I like that one.
He's a fucking cool guy, and he was telling me about growing up in, I think it was Detroit. I think.
Yes.
Yeah. And Harry was going to get jumped, and he pulled out a CD player, and it was like
you ain't got nothing for us, kid. Go.
But it's them interesting stories, and you always hear something interesting. It makes some of them make me laugh. Some of them like, shit, I can't believe that actually happened to somebody.
Yeah. And
I think some people, it's nice to have as even background noise just to listen to like a conversation.
I like that too. I like that you added that.
It's sort of just, I think that was my inspiration. So like talking to my dad, seeing a picture of Piers Morgan and think, I can do something with this.
No, like I said, I like it. I put out, and I don't know if you ever got it with, I know Deanna reached out to you when I put it out from, oh crap, she's going to hate me now. I'm going to cut all this out. I'm forgetting where she's from. Denmark. Denmark. Yeah. Okay. Finally came. But I like what you got going on. It's really good. It's kind of sort of how mine, like, even though technically mine are like, where's this person from? Like, you're from London, Norway. But it kind of, if you listen to the conversation, it's kind of what you are. Yeah. You know, without specifically driven by questions. You get to know that person.
Yeah, and it's just interesting because I like the idea that you can just talk to anybody across the world now.
That's cool.
And just have a conversation with them.
Yeah. And I want to ask you then something that probably the biggest thing I've come across since I've started mine. You know, like you said, you could talk to people from literally halfway around the world.
Yeah.
And no matter how different they are from you, their upbringing, their life, stage of life, where they're, you know, more successful than you or less successful than you.
Yeah.
Everybody's still the same at the end of the day.
Yeah,
you know, no matter if they don't exactly, you know, understand everything that your country does and vice versa, there's always some sort of commonality between everybody that you don't necessarily go into thinking, you know, like, oh, it's got to be a completely different life for somebody over in any country, right? Yeah. Over in Norway, over in London, over in Russia, wherever, you know. But then when you talk to the people, you're like, oh, yeah, I do that same thing too, you know. Like I have that same, right? It's like it's wild, and that's something I've loved finding since I've started mine.
Yeah, there's so many similar things, but then there's so many things where it's just completely different.
100%.
It's mad, but it's always interesting to hear somebody talk about their life.
Yes.
Yes. I don't know. I like that. It's something that I just like, and I thought, fuck it, I'm going to try it.
Yeah, and I know, I'm sure, I'm curious then too as well. Have you ever had that moment, like you've whoever got down, and you're like, you know, should I keep doing this? And
I've sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
I've had moments where I've been like down in life in general, like going through tough times.
Right.
But with the podcast, not at the moment. No.
Really?
Like,
well, that's good.
Yeah. It's one of these things where I can get definitely one episode out a week, so it's not a problem.
Right.
And, it's just, there's not much editing. There is a bit depending, obviously, what I have to cut.
Oh, yeah.
And every episode is different. But generally, it's okay. And I just don't mind doing it. 'Cause I'm just getting more people's stories out there as well.
Right.
And maybe it just makes it easier to talk about sensitive subjects.
No, I understand. I guess where my question came from is before I started doing the culturals, like if you listen to my podcast from episode 1, it's not what I do now at all.
Yeah.
And there was times I was like, why am I doing this? And then I started to do the culturals, I want to say. And every time, you learn something new or something like funny happens and you're laughing, you catch up like this right here. That's why, it's like, why would I give this up? Why? You know what I'm saying? And
it's
then,
just fun.
Right. And then like with your Discord, you keep up with a fair amount, I would assume, of the people you've spoken to in the past.
I always try, but it's just busy sometimes with work.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Like I have a group on my Facebook with the people. And then throughout other, once you don't have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or Discord, I'll keep up with them. I try to keep up with everybody in some form or fashion if possible. Because it's always fun to, hey, what are you up to today? What's something new going on in your life? Just to let people know, like, hey, I'm not just going to talk to you and then never speak to you ever again. It's not like it was always like me and you've spoken quite a few times here and there now, and we're probably going to continue that. But it's always cool to do that. So
it's nice.
Yes, 100%. So everybody, RawLife Podcast, Paul Evans. If you like listening to him today, or you just want to tell your story, get up with him. RawLife Podcast. All links to his stuff will be in the description. Everything you want to know, get up with him. Paul, you have the last word. Is there anything you want to put out as well?
I just want to say, thank you for having me on here, Red. Like, it's been really, really cool. And I'm actually liking a lot of your stuff. It's pretty good.
Appreciate it.
I like the video thing where you can see yourself laughing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the idea of like just laughing's nice. And when you see someone laugh, it sort of makes you smile. It's weird.
Laughing's nice.
Laughing is nice. So
that's the quote of the day right there. Laughing nice. Laughing is nice by Paul Evans.
Also, like
that's it right there.
I mean, I think the last thing to anyone, I'm wearing like a nice top and a shirt, but I've still got my shorts on.
Right? I got sweatpants on. Yes,
but
sweatpants and Crocs.
I forgot what I said. Did I say smiling is nice?
Laughing is nice.
Laughing is nice. Paul Evans.
Paul Evans. That's gonna be the title of this episode. Laughing is nice.
Laughing is nice.
Oh man, that got me. Yep.
Thank you for having me on here, man. It's been really
no problem, Paul. Thank you for coming on again. RawLife Podcast, everybody. Laughing is nice. Everybody, go out there and have yourself a laugh, everybody.
Exactly.
Y'all take care.